Hello, welcome to June 23rd, 2022. I'm Kurt, and this is my daily Good Life meditation video. So I do this every morning to remind myself of my life objectives and principles, and to see how I did applying these to yesterday, and to plan for the new day to come, beginning right now. First, last night, believe it or not, I think I was doing pretty good sleeping last night. Unfortunately, though, my dog Ollie, he's not doing so well. He's some sort of discomfort, hopefully not too much pain. But I've got a vet appointment for him for tomorrow. So I've got some tranquilizers that I have for him that I gave him. So he's doing a little better right now, resting right now. But he had a rough night. Here he comes. Come on, boy. Come here. He's getting a little older. So take him in tomorrow and see what's going on. So I was up with him last night trying to comfort him and help him to rest. So as a result, I'm not too rested, but I'm okay. Otherwise, another good day of work yesterday. Again with the agenda up front, going through that agenda and hitting that, and really helped out. That was good. Not much else happened yesterday that was challenging or noteworthy. Okay, let's do the good life. My 7 objectives are as follows. First of all, I want to make sure that I have my house in order and my relationships in order and my life's work in order, so that I can be ready for the end of my life. 2, I want to make good and effective use of my time, so that I'm not just letting the days pass by, as they seem to do no less. I'm really out of it this morning. Make good and effective use of time, just not wasting the days. And then 3 is to develop and maintain my life principles. Then to cultivate good emotional reactions. And then to perform good actions. And then to recognize my true limits and my true opportunities. And then to do just one thing at a time, and to do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully. Now my 30 principles are, number 1 is called the principle of war. To be fighting against the things that I think are true, and the things that are proposed to me as true. 2, that are important at least. 2, the principle of reason, and the sub-principles of honesty, objectivity, and doubt. I swear to gosh, I added a 4th one before I had that time off. Anyway, reason is the instrument that I use to engage in that war. 3, the homunculus, is the little mortal that lives inside my head and that will die with me when I die. Next is the Anchorhold, the fact that the homunculus seems to be mortal and won't survive my death. And then the home of good and evil, a reminder that right and wrong are simply mere opinions that we hold. They're descriptions on our part of how the world should be ordered and what should be important. There's no free will, there's no right or wrong or good or evil pervading the universe. Except maybe the mandate to survive. That seems to be inherent to life. But again, more of a description than a prescription or proscribed, yes. Next comes the atomic principle. Everything is made of little pieces that are falling to pieces. And then the principle of nature. Everything has some particular nature, and it's good to recognize what that is. And then the pirate ride, a suggestion that free will is an illusion very convincing one, but an illusion nonetheless. And then maturity, and the sub-principles of wisdom and fortitude, which are the approaches of remembering our past successes and failures and working to improve as we go forward. And then the social principle, we are social creatures, we need each other. And then the public speaking, a reminder to be very careful in my communications and to never gossip. Next is temperance, a suggestion to control my consumption of all things. And then the horror show, a reminder that life is a scary place, terrible things happening. And then the principle called that which must be borne. We have to bear the fact of the horror show when it visits us, bear the fact that it's happening to others. And also bear whatever responsibilities we've onboarded in the course of our attempt to better living. Namely, the responsibilities related to marriage and family, and child rearing in particular. And then comes distraction. We distract ourselves from the next principle called the great indifference, which is the apparent emptiness of the universe. And then comes the best seat in the house, to be okay with who I am, where I am, and what I'm doing. And then the path of wildness, which is a way to move forward through life, through new experiences, to create new lives for ourselves in the course of one life. This one life, as if there's any other. Next comes the risk of avoiding risk, the fortitude to pursue both the surface level risks of life, of education, work, job, family, career, and security, and also to pursue the deep risk of finding ourselves, so to speak. And then comes sin and damnation. There are 7 sins in my worldview. These relate to believing things too readily, being untrue, and gossiping. These 7 exactly enumerated are falsity, credulity, faith, superstition, dogma, authority, and gossip. Indulge in any of those and we become damned in the here and now. A damned liar, a damned gullible, and a damned gossip. Or a damned gossip. Hopefully we don't do all of them at once. Next comes complete oblivion, a suggestion that once we're dead, that's it. There'll be no final reunion, no final reconciliation, and no final justice with the ones that we spent our life with after we're dead and after they're dead. Next comes a great life adventure, one or more experiences that help to contribute to our discovering ourselves, so to speak, to assuaging the deep level risk. And then the season of philosophy, a reminder to keep a pen and paper handy, ready to write down what words come when they arrive, which really requires some circumstance to facilitate that. You need to be living a pressing life, pressing forward for words to come. Next comes bullseye aim, striving to hit the bullseye target but usually missing. The uphill climb, reminder to keep climbing, to exerting myself, to striving to be exhausted by the end of each day. Arena and utility is next. Life is an arena for the execution of our lives, utilizing our principles towards the objectives we've set for ourselves. Nothing is enough is next. A reminder or a suggestion that though temperance is good, abstinence or near abstinence may be better yet. It's a slightly different thing. It's more of a perspective rather than just controlling our appetites, but living a very temperate, very, very life of something other than consumption. because consumption can kind of take center stage in some ways. It's a form of distraction. And then lastly, the last principle is, what is it? Oh yeah, the principle of fun. Reminder to have a good time now, remembering the good times that have happened, and to look forward to the good times to come. Okay, whew, tired. Next, let's think about the day. Today I've got like 4 or 5 meetings, some tough ones. I'll get through them. People have to make some decisions. I've given them the notice. It's going to be a little bit tough meetings, but I can do this. 2.5 years to retirement. You mean when I picked the date? I think it was April 7th, I think, 2025. I think that was it. It's a Tuesday, I remember that. I start focusing on that. Oh, sorry, buddy. Be safe, but not too safe.